I want to give for everybody, so absolutely everybody comes out of this live webinar with actually a concrete tool they can use to get accurate truth from any situation. And so what I'm going to offer to you is a little technique, and I bet you some of you guys are already doing this. I bet I've got people out here who've got some techniques like this. So for those of you, if it's the same technique, thank you for patiently bearing with me, while those who are unfamiliar receive. So this was given to me by a dear friend of mine here in Fairfield when I first started doing energy work about 10 years ago. And it's the way he still today, I believe, gets most of his information, and it's powerful and it works. And he calls it dowsing. But the way it was taught to me is it's done in a standing up position. So for those of you who think you would like to try this, I encourage or suggest that you, if it's comfortable and if you have a little space where you can still see and hear me, stand up. I can't because I'm in front of this camera and I'm sitting down, but that's okay. I don't need to. So if it's comfortable and easy, if those of you who'd like to stretch your legs out for a minute, go ahead and stand up and we will do this together. So what we're doing in this healing, in this instruction on dowsing, is we're going to use the cord of light, that big Maha meridian that runs through the physiology and runs all the way down into the core of Mother Earth. And from Mother Earth, it's like anchored. It's anchored also to the source of creation. It's a big anchor there. And what we're doing is we're using the physiology like a pendulum. So what the physiology can do is, and I'm just checking through the group and we're looking at everybody's cords, checking all the cords. And what I'm seeing happening is celestial and causal bodies are fortifying the cords. The causal body is producing a light energy, which is resonates with the quality of pure truth. So that's going to help everyone do this better. All these healings are permanent, or they're there as long as you need them, basically, or until it's time to upgrade to something even better. So this causal body producing this nice, very clear, translucent, transparent, bright energy of highest truth. And that's running through. And this is not part of what I learned. All I learned was the actual technique. But it's great that we're in the live webinars and have opportunity to tweak everyone's physiology so that it works as well as possible for everyone in the group. Just looking and asking everyone's physiology, is there anything else we can do? Is there anything more that would be appropriate at this time to get that cord of light organized up and everybody's system organized up? Okay, we're clearing some expectations and judgments in the mental and emotional bodies. 4 lower bodies. We've got a few people who have, looks like, some imbalance in the central nervous system, which could influence it. So that's also clearing. And that is self-doubt, feelings of being incapable. There is nothing you cannot do. You can do anything. So we clear those feelings, self-doubt, incapability. Okay, let's do this now. Okay, so here's how it works. Yes is forward and no is backward. Okay, yes is forward, no is backward. So feel your feet planted nicely on the ground, on the floor, and feel the weight. Feel your weight center, your balance of weight center. Now, what we're going to do is ask yourself a question that you absolutely know has a yes answer, like your name or your age or something. And then what you do is innocently let go and just allow the body to take its course. Feel that yes feeling. And the yes, when the body comes forward, the forward flow of the body is accompanied with a feeling of expansion of awareness and a kind of a yes, like, yeah, kind of feeling, right? Okay, now to feel the no feeling, you can either ask yourself, okay, let's feel a no. You can just say, and what does yes feel like? And what does no feel like? You can just ask it, or you can ask yourself a no question, like ask yourself if you're the gender that you're not, or something, whatever it is. Ask yourself if you're 18 feet tall. And get that no feeling. So you start to sense what's the difference between a yes feeling and a no feeling. And I think most people will find that very quickly, you'll find that doing the standing up dowsing is a little tedious and a little bit slow. But once you get used to the yes and no feeling, then you can just plug in questions and immediately the yes feeling or the no feeling comes. Yeah. But this is a good way to kind of solidify it up and feel confident that you're getting a good question and a good answer from your question. Now, part of the key to using dowsing is to ask good questions because you want nice, clear, concise questions that will give you a nice, clear, concise yes or no. One of the points that came up when I was thinking about this earlier was that the nature of the future is that it's always somewhat abstract. It's always going to be influenced by whatever's happening in the present moment. So if you ask questions about the future, it is possible that you can get kind of confused answers, because how the future rolls is going to be a byproduct of an awful lot of different influences. And you could say, based on the present, right? Because that's like, it's the next obvious thing we think of, right? Is, oh, if I can get yes, no questions, I could will I win the lottery, or what will happen next, or whatever. So you can say, if I take this action, is it likely to produce that effect? You could ask a question like that. But if you say, if I take this action, will it produce that effect? The whole universe is like flowing around you, and everything you do is going to have this ripple effect through the whole universe, right? So some things in the future have more energy behind them and are more likely to happen, and some things aren't. So you can certainly find out which future events are more likely than others. But you can certainly use it for things in the present moment, such as, is this medicine good for me? Or if you're at the grocery store, should I buy carrots or celery, or both? Carrots, yes. Carrots, no. Celery, yes. Celery, no. Right? With regards to friends and family and applying that to their situation, one of the first things that you want to do is ask, should I be doing some work for my friend? Or should I be doing some work for my mother? You can ask. You get a yes or a no. Is this a good time? Oh, yes, of course. Someone said, can we sit down now? Of course. Yes, you should sit down now. We finished that exercise. Thank you, everybody, for accommodating me. May that serve you. May that technology serve you. And may you find that very quickly it becomes sort of second nature. I also am seeing actually a clearing taking place up in like the back here, this area right there between the heart and the head, because the mind-heart axis is evidently intimately, this is new information at this particular moment coming in. It's evidently tied to that ability to get the yeses and nos. That feeling of yes or the feeling of no is a combination of information which is being processed in both the heart and the mind at the same time.